Hi everyone, I'm Lisa from Down to Earth Gardening and Design, and it's spring, so of course today we're going to be talking about tulips. So tulips are a superstar of springtime, and I love sharing varieties that I'm really in love with. I do plant my 2 raised beds here, and you may have seen them in some other videos, with new tulip varieties every fall. So I like to share it with you and just show you what I'm loving and maybe a couple things that I'm not. For the most part, I'm loving all my tulips. They come in so many different colors, shapes, and heights, and you can really extend your tulip season, which you can get 3 to 4 weeks out of them if you plant some early, mid, and late spring varieties. So I have a mix here, and I want to show you 3 unique tulip varieties today that I've planted in the fall that are doing so well. And those varieties are going to be some fringed tulips, some parrot tulips, and some double peony style tulips. So we do love our classic red tulips or our single flowering tulips. They are reliable, they are showstoppers in their bright colors, and they bloom on some nice sturdy stems. And so those are really classics and they're winners. So I do try to get some of those in the mix every year, but I also love having some unique flower shapes and styles for the garden. They're gorgeous in the garden in the mix of things. They're beautiful in bouquets, and also I have to say that the pollinators are really loving these. So your butterflies, your hummingbirds as it gets a little warmer, and today I've got some bees on a lot of them. So many great things to love about tulips. What's not to love? So I'm going to cut a few tulips here, and I'm going to put them in vases, and I'm going to give you a close-up look here and talk about each one of these beauties today. So we have some special tulip flowers for you, and some of them have faded a little bit, but I have some footage of them as they're in their prime, so you'll get to see that as well. Okay, first we're going to have a close-up look at our double peony style tulips. And the first one that I have here is called Sweet Valley. It is a beautiful yellow, true yellow and white ivory bloom. The double tulips typically have very large flowers. They're about 4 inches in diameter. If you're a peony lover like I am, or you do love the old-fashioned roses, then these are definitely for you. They are really stunning in the garden and in bouquets. So Sweet Valley was the first one to bloom in my tulip bed this year, and it lasts quite a while. It should last you a couple of weeks if the weather conditions are right. And the second double flowering tulip I want to show you today is Bombastic Red. So if you love your red tulips and you do love your peonies, this one is a winner for you. And in my opinion, they are early spring flowering, but I will show you a little clip of my granddaughter because she could not walk by this tulip bed without smelling, touching, cupping this tulip in her hands. She just loved it, and I do too. Okay, so next, let's talk about parrot tulips, because I am really loving these this year. I have not planted these in a long while, and they're definitely going to be in the rotation of my fall bulbs that I plant every year from now on. So first I want to show you this one here. So I picked a really pretty little bouquet. So parrot tulips, they do well in hardiness zones 3 through 7. And again, I'm here in New England in zone 6B. But they're really fantastic. They can grow in height anywhere from about 14 to 18 inches tall. So they have beautiful ruffled petals. And the way they open up is really stunning. I have one here in my hand that's just starting to bud, and I wanted to pick it so I could show you how beautiful it even starts off. And then as it opens up, you can see the feathery serrated petals. And they're kind of twisted too. It's just really a unique flower. So Estelle Reinveld, and looks like flames. This is a bicolor red and white. Really stunning red too, I have to say. Such an eye catcher. The next parrot tulip here that I have is Madonna. So this one is more of a pinky red, and it does have a little bit of a black flame on it. So really gorgeous in a bouquet. I have this mixed bouquet that I picked, and I threw in all the different colors that I planted this year. And in my opinion, they go so well together, even though they all vary a bit. I tend to stick more to my pastels or even some hot pink, as you can see. But I'm loving that I did a little more red this year, and then I did a little more coral too, which you're going to see in a minute. Okay, so another parrot tulip, and this one is even more unique because of its foliage here. So I'll give you a quick look. It's variegated. It has, the foliage has a little bit of white on the edge. And this is a parrot tulip, and it is pink. And this one here is called Silver Parrot. So it does start off as a white with just a little bit of pink, soft pink on it. Then as it opens up, you will see more of the bright pink. So, and it hasn't quite opened up yet. So out of the parrot tulips that I planted this year, this one is flowering the latest. So you can see how with all of these varieties here, we're getting a little more bang for our buck, because the peony tulips that I planted were early spring, and then this is kind of mid to late spring, and I would have to say that the next one we're going to talk about here are probably more of a mid-spring. I have a few of them left. Okay, so last but not least, we're going to talk about the fringe tulips, and I have two here, and they're double fringe tulips, and I'm just going to show you a close-up look. The two varieties look so pretty together. Now I want to start off by saying that the fringed tulips are a little bit shorter. So they'll max out at about 10 inches tall. So that's why I have this group here in a shorter vase. So first I want to talk about Brisbane. This one really wowed me because it has several colors in it. So I'm going to show you a close-up here of a couple. So it has shades of apricot and pink. Really looks like a beautiful sunset. And the fringe tulips do have these highly serrated petals. And as they open up, you can see the fringed petals even better. They really show off. And the next one that I have here is Perth. So this is a delicate pale pink color, but still beautiful. Has a little bit of white in it. And this one here is a little more open for you to see. So you can see how they look gorgeous if you're just going to do a bouquet of all the same variety, or you can see how beautiful they would look if you mixed it up. So gorgeous in the garden and in some bouquets, and the pollinators love them. So that's it for today. I hope I've given you some tulips that you really liked and will want to incorporate into your own gardens there at home. But thank you again for joining me. I do appreciate all of you at home watching, and I love your comments and your feedback. And again, thank you. Thanks for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time.